This is Eric Glass. On This American Life, we like stories that surprise you. For instance, imagine finding a new hobby and realizing
to do this hobby right, according to the ways of the masters, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to have to bend the law to get the materials that you need.
If not break it.
Yeah, to break international laws.
real life stories, really good ones. This American Life.
Hello and welcome to Car Talk from National Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappet Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week once again from the Center for New Luddite Studies here in Car Talk.
Getting to be a habit, isn't it? Well, beep, 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 beep. Get this. Talk about a curious accident, all because of technology. Man, this happened someplace in Russia, didn't it?
I think
Actually,
so.
I heard this the other day on Wait, Don't Tell Me. You know, they read 3 news stories, and you have to guess which one is complete baloney
Right.
and which one is real.
Right.
Yeah, which 2 are complete baloney.
There you go.
Which one is real? Man crashes car as 50 pagers ring at once. Kiev. It was Russia. A Ukraine businessman who bought a pager for each member of his staff as a New Year's gift was so alarmed when all 50 of them went off at the same time that he drove his car into a lamppost. The unnamed businessman was returning from the pager shop when the accident happened. After he had assessed the damage to the car, the businessman turned his attention to the message that was on the 50 pages. It read, "Congratulations on a successful purchase." Oh, man. You deserve it.
Absolutely. If you want to talk to us about your car or your pager problems, our number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, John from White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Oh, White Bear, that sounds cold.
Yeah, you betcha.
Frozen White Bear Lake, Minnesota.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, here's the deal. I've got a 90 Honda Accord with about 182,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And recently took it in for a clutch replacement and got it back from the shop. And I noticed that the evening I got it back from the shop that as I was turning off or on or off an off ramp or an on ramp, I don't know how you call it, but noticed a squeak. And that squeak has been with me ever since I got the car back. And it sounds kind of like rubber rubbing on rubber. And if you'd like me to do my impersonation of my car.
First, tell us exactly when the squeak occurs. Are you
he's
stepping on the gas, off the gas, on the clutch, on the brake?
I've tried all that stuff. I even took it back to the shop and had the mechanic who put the clutch in drive the car. We tried all those combinations, and the squeak persists.
And it's a squeak that's made when you're turning.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
All right, give us the noise.
It's kind of like rubber rubbing on rubber.
Excellent.
How's that?
That's good.
Yeah.
Can we hear it one more time?
Yeah.
And that's about how long it lasts? Or it goes on forever and ever?
No, it's like it's weird because it's like I can catch it at a certain turning angle, and then it'll stay with me. And then when I straighten the car,
and if you straighten the wheel, it goes away.
Correct.
And this occurred immediately after you picked it up from the clutch job or not?
Yeah, I asked the mechanics if there was a settling in period for a new clutch that would explain that.
and of course they said yes.
They said no.
Oh, good for them.
Good news for them. Yeah.
And they've heard the noise too.
They did. They heard it as well.
Do you have any clue as to what corner of the car it's coming from?
It feels to me like it's left front. The mechanic thought, well, let me check the bushings. It might be the transmission mounts or mountings. I'm not familiar with that.
No.
Unlikely.
Okay.
Unlikely.
We're hard-pressed to come up with something that he could have done.
Well, no, I have one thing.
You have a
Don't
theory.
forget, I've done everything wrong at one time or another.
Yeah.
Given an opportunity to do something wrong, I've done it. I mean, everyone has that works on cars. Eventually, you make all the mistakes.
Yeah, and it's great, as long as you sort of remember them.
Oh, you definitely remember. He could easily have done
What?
one of two things, or two of two things.
Yeah.
because they had to remove the axles, he could have not tightened sufficiently
Oh, that's true.
the axle retaining nut on the left front axle, if in fact that's where the noise is coming from.
Okay.
And that could cause a noise, and because of the load in what do they call that, imparted to that piece
Okay.
when you make a turn,
Sure.
it could be causing it to flex.
And the load would be in the right place because taking an off ramp, you're moving to the right most of the time, so there would be extra force on the left,
on the
Yeah.
left front.
wheel.
Physics.
I
yeah.
like that. I like that.
That's
Am I
one-
glad I took that physics course?
That's one possibility. The other possibility is that he bent the little. There's a little dust cover that goes behind each of the discs,
This is part of the brakes.
Okay.
and it shields the backside of the disc from grease that might get thrown off of a broken CV boot, et cetera, et cetera.
But that wouldn't give you a rubber on rubber kind of sound.
It would give you it would give
Who
you
knows?
a high pitched noise that would be intermittent and almost impossible to reproduce except under load. So that's another possibility. But I'll tell you what I would do. I would try to find. We have a time honored method that we use. We use a long stethoscope. And what we do is we attach a piece of hose to the suspected area of the car and then run the other end of the hose into the window so you can hear it as you drive it. No, seriously.
That way you can move the end of the stethoscope around until you find the loudest place, and you know that that's where the sound
Right,
is
and we
coming from.
attach the end of the business end, that is the listening end, with a piece of duct tape or mechanics wire or some such thing. And you can usually home in on the area pretty quickly.
The all-purpose tool.
And
Yeah.
because of insurance regulations, they won't let us hang anyone off the hood anymore. We used
Like we used to in the old days.
Right. We used to strap Nigel to the hood of cars, and he'd listen for the noises, but we lost a few guys that way, including Nigel. So we don't do that anymore.
Very
But
good.
try this technique. You may find it.
Okay.
Good luck, John.
Hey, thanks much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, guys. This is Kathy from Washington Crossing, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, so it's Kathy with a K.
No.
Oh, darn.
Were you from
With a
Washington?
C, and it ends with a Y.
Washington Crossing?
Washington Crossing.
Oh,
Guess what
Washington.
happened here?
Washington Crossing.
Like,
Yeah.
you must be to the Delaware River.
You got it.
There you go.
And did Washington cross the Delaware River there?
Certainly did, and he does every Christmas still.
No kidding.
Yep, he crossed to go take Trenton.
What is the Delaware River doing way up there in Pennsylvania?
Well, it's in a lot of Pennsylvania.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
And does it actually go through Delaware? Or is it just a name?
No, I think it
Oh, maybe it
eventually...
ends there.
I think it ends in Delaware.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, I mean, that's how... The river was there first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they named the state after it.
Pennsylvania? That was a silly name.
Anyway, Kathy with a C, what's going on?
Well, I wanted to know about something.
Yeah.
well,
I have a 95 Camry, and I really was, in fact, I got reprimanded for this because I didn't bring in my car for enough oil changes last year,
Says who?
says the dealership.
Well, don't believe them.
I know I don't. That's why I'm calling you guys. They said, I went 10,000 miles the first time, and then I went 5,000 miles, and they said my engine is terribly dirty and needs to be washed out.
How many miles do you have in the car currently?
Oh, now I'm about almost 70. And I promised to take it for more oil changes.
I
So
doubt
you
it.
drove 15,000 miles last year and had the oil changed twice.
Twice. Yep.
You average 7,500 miles in oil change, which is what the book
Which
recommends.
is what the book recommends. So where are they?
Well, the dealership says every 3,000 miles.
Oh, stop it.
And I have a nasty, dirty engine.
Oh,
I
stop
should
it.
see the dirty oil that came out of it.
No, I believe if you look in your book under the maintenance schedule, it's going to
That's
say
7,000 miles,
it's
right?
going to
Yeah.
say 7,500 miles or some such amount.
So tell them to flake off.
I can say with conviction the next time those guys say I need I need my oil washed out of my car that I don't have to.
Well, you
Well, how
should
much-
adopt. My wife has a new philosophy, and maybe you can use this. I'll just pass it on to you, and I'll tell you how it all started. Every once in a while, you may know I occasionally go into a rant on the show. Well, that happens no matter where I am. I mean, it happens in church. You know, it could happen anywhere. I suddenly break into a rant, and my wife's new philosophy or strategy is when she hears me starting one, she says to me, "Oh, shut up." And it seems to be working. It's very direct, Oh, shut up.
Well, now I know I can say that. Before I wasn't sure. It was just a gut feeling that this was not right.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do. When these guys say, your engine is wrecked, it's ruined, you didn't change the oil, just say, oh, shut up.
Good.
And walk out.
How much, by the way, did they want for this treatment?
It's $100.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And it just sounded stupid to me because I figure you put in new oil and it goes through and it takes out the old stuff. And so why do I need to wash it out and vacuum it? They gave me a long explanation.
Oh, yeah. I would say you don't need to do it. By the way, we recommend an oil change every 5,000 miles.
I promise.
That's our recommendation, based on a lot of different parameters.
5,000 sounds like a good number.
That's a good round number, yeah.
I will feel really good when I say no next time because I'll know you guys told me so.
Don't say no. You say, oh, shut up.
Oh, shut up.
See you, Kat.
And then I'll find a new place to take my car.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course. Hey, thanks for calling, Kathy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, now, Tommy, do you remember last week's puzzler? Oh, shut up. All right, I'll give you a few hints.
All right.
Here they are.
Yeah.
Old lady.
Yeah.
Lincoln Town Car.
Yeah.
New Hampshire. Mother-in-law. Wheel of Camembert cheese.
You made that up.
I made up the cheese thing. But the rest really are hints, and we'll have the whole story in just a minute.
On the plus side, you get sponsor-free listening to over 25 NPR podcasts. On the minus side, you get fewer chances to tap fast forward on your podcast player. On the plus side, you get to support something you care about. On the minus side, you like challenges and think this makes it too easy. So why don't you join us on the plus side of things with NPR Plus? Learn more and sign up at plus.npr.org.
On the Throughline podcast from NPR, immigration enforcement might be more visible now. But this moment didn't begin with President Trump's second inauguration, or even his first. A series from Throughline about how immigration became political and a cash cow. Listen to Throughline in the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey everybody, it's Ian and Mike, the hosts of How to Do Everything.
That's the show where we take your questions and find overqualified experts to answer them.
Alex asked us to write his out-of-office email message.
But we don't know how to write, so we called up U.S. Poet Laureate Ada Limon.
Is this National Public Radio?
Sort of.
Technically, yes.
Season 2 just dropped. Listen to the How to Do Everything podcast from NPR.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, of course, maybe, sometimes, car repair, sometimes, and the answer to last week's puzzler. And here it is. It's a true story.
Well, an old lady and a Lincoln Town Car and a wheel of Camembert
cheese wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it quickly because this is rather lengthy. A few weeks ago, an elderly woman came into the garage with her elderly Lincoln Town Car. I think it was like an 85 or something. And she's talking to Manny, the youngest of our technicians. She says, there are two things that need to be looked at. One is I need a tune-up. Now, I've instructed all the guys over the years when anyone asks for anything to ask why. So he says, what makes you think you need a tune-up? She says, well, my mileage has been off. The engine seems to be laboring. The power's diminished. So I know I need a tune-up. He says, okay, what's the other thing? She says, well, my shift indicator is off. You know, when I put the thing in park, it says I'm in reverse, and when I'm in drive, it says I'm really in two. And he says, I know what's wrong with your car. You're driving in the wrong gear. Right? You're driving around in second gear, and that's why your mileage is off and the engine sounds
like
funny.
It's laboring, it's revving too high.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And she says, au contraire, piston puss.
Oh, shut up.
Au contraire, young piston puss. She says, I can feel all the shifts. As I start driving, I can feel it shift from first to second. I shift from second to third. If I stomp on the gas, it downshifts. And he says, oh, okay, back to square one.
Yeah.
How do you know your mileage is off? And she says, well, I check it all the time. Every month I take a trip to visit my mother-in-law in New Hampshire. And I noticed on my most recent return trip, the car seemed to be laboring, and my mileage was terrible for the whole return trip. Plus, I noticed all these other symptoms. He asks her a bunch of other questions, and then he says, whereabouts in New Hampshire does your mother-in-law live?
Wow.
She says,
what an interrogation technique the kid's got.
He had to tie her up for the second part of this. She says, North Crunchy Granolaville. And he asks, by any chance, does she live on a dirt road? She says, as a matter of fact, she does. And it's a lousy dirt road at that, full of potholes, and I hate driving on it. He says, I know what's wrong with your car.
Wow.
I don't think you need a tune-up, and I think one repair is going to fix everything, the drop in mileage, the laboring, the poor performance. And what did he learn from that question that enabled him to figure out what was wrong with her car?
I have no idea.
Well, the hint was that the gear shift thing was off.
That's it's weird.
It was weird, but it's a true story.
Would I ever doubt that you would tell us something that wasn't true?
Every week. Whilst she was driving on that dirt road, because of the age of her car, something broke. And that something that broke caused her gear shift indicator to be off, also caused her drop in mileage and her drop in performance. And what broke was the mount that holds the transmission up. And when the transmission broke, the transmission crossmember broke, it sat down on the emergency brake cable.
Oh,
her emergency brake was on.
God!
Enough to make her mileage drop off, the power drop off, and of course, because the transmission now was closer to the ground, the shift indicator was off. So fixing this one thing, and Manny figured it out all by himself.
And of course, you gave him a raise.
Raise?
No. A pat on the back? No.
No.
You said, good job!
He got a lunch hour that day. Who's our winner, Tommy?
Wow, that was one of the world's great puzzlers, that one. Wow.
Well, the length. How was it for length?
It was very long. Just like John Wayne, he's very tall. And the winner is Margaret Lowe from Minot, North Dakota. And for having her answer selected at random from among the thousands of correct answers that we may have gotten this week, our pal Margaret Lowe from Minot.
Minot?
No, it's Minot.
Well, I know they pronounce it Minot, but isn't it Minot?
They pronounce it Minot. And that's how I pronounce. Well, a lot of French people live in North Dakota.
Yeah.
So it could be Minot.
Those fur trappers, they're still up there,
But
right?
maybe the North Dakotans don't like French, and they're just trying to get them ticked off, and they pronounce it Minot.
I love it.
And if they do that, they're going, nah, 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 nah. That's how we're going to pronounce it, and the hell with you. But anyway, Margaret Lowe from Minot, North Dakota is going to get a $25 gift certificate to the Car Talk Shameless Commerce Division, where Robert Siegel will personally wrap and ship your T-shirt for you if you ask really nicely, Fat Chance.
Anyway, we will have a brand new puzzler coming up in the third half of today's show, almost as lengthy as this one. Yeah,
lengthy.
I decided. Good. Well, I came to a realization the other day. Quality is out. I can't do quality anymore. It just doesn't happen. So I'm going for distance.
Yeah, well, distance is good because it's even more interesting because the longer it is, the more obfuscation opportunity.
And the more people nod off.
Of course. Yeah, they just give up and say, who cares about the stupid puzzle so the lady shifter doesn't work.
Anyway, if you'd like to call us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, this is Margie in Seattle.
What's shaking?
I have an 87 5000S Audi station wagon, and I'd like it to run forever.
Yeah.
Since I bought it, I've had to put like $3,000 or $4,000 into things that have fallen apart, leaked, or broke, and I'm just a little nervous about what's going to fall apart next.
Oh, just about everything.
Just about everything.
How many miles on this baby?
147,999, but that's when the odometer broke. So I don't know. That was last spring. I don't know how many miles legitimately I have on it. But I have this piece of information now that I want to check out with you because I don't know if it's good information or bad.
Go ahead.
Last week I was on the Internet and I found a website that had a list of technical service bulletins for my car.
Oh.
And I ran them off, and I was shocked, and I found 266 things they have sent.
Yeah, but a lot of those are really, really nonsensical little things like engine and transmission problems and all that. I mean,
little things that might just blow up.
Yeah,
sure.
But now that I know that there are these 266 items, what do I do with it? I mean, I have some things on my car that are not functioning very well, and I think some of them might be related to these TSBs, and I would want to know if I should go waving this at the Audi dealer and say, fix it, or if doing that, I'm going to...
I mean, that's almost like giving them a gun.
I know.
I mean, are you kidding me? You might as well just go in there and throw yourself on the floor.
I could just see, dollar signs flashing in their eyes,
Right.
boat payments being made for the next 6 months.
Beat me up and take my lunch money.
And kick me while you're at it.
That was one of the lines from one of the kids on Home Improvement. When his mother wanted him to wear some kind of a pink jacket. He said, I might as well put a sign on my head that says, beat me up and take my lunch money. Yeah, this is the equivalent of that. This website that you went on, the TSBs, all you have, I believe, is the title of the TSB and not what the actual problem is or how to fix it. Is that correct?
Right, that's right.
Well,
what were the ones that scared you the most? Give us the titles.
Well, there was the one. There's the one that I'm having a big problem with is number 45, the sagging sun visors. I mean, that's not the biggest one, but that's for example.
Well, see, I mean, that's my brother's point, that there are lots of them that have to do with things like sagging sun visors. So I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay, well,
there may be other things to worry about, but
well, I have a hydraulic lifter that's broken and clanking around.
They all
in
do
there,
that.
They
all do that. That's been doing that for 104,000 miles.
Yeah, probably.
No, they all do that.
Okay.
They all do that. So you can ignore that.
Okay. Well, I had a relay that fried on me and almost caught fire. I have a lot of electrical problems.
I mean, a lot of things happen, I mean,
I know it's an old car, but
I mean, if you're really worried, then what you might want to do is I would take it to the mechanic that you normally take it to and ask him to check out everything as though it were a car you were thinking of buying.
Okay.
And he might want $100 to do this. But he will check out the transmission, the engine, the brakes, the cooling system, and he should be able to give you a pretty good list of all the things that are either currently broken or imminently going to be.
Okay.
And he could even prioritize it by saying, this is dangerous, this isn't dangerous. I would do this right away. I wouldn't do that. I would forget about this completely, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll have some sense of what to really expect.
Okay, well, I was looking for a new mechanic anyway, so maybe I will make an appointment with the guy that did the oil change the last time and say, I don't know if there's anything serious going on here, but I'm concerned.
Sure.
Would you do the checkup and let me know what's falling apart
Do
next?
you have access to the internet, Margie?
Yes, I do, and I looked it up, and I found somebody on your website.
Oh, you did?
That I went to, and I was very pleased with them.
Great.
So I will probably go back and try it again.
Very good.
Okay.
Thanks for your call, Margie.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, the new puzzle is next, but not until we take a minute to give thanks.
Thanks for what?
Thanks for this minute off. We have to pick up the new puzzle.
Military commanders, intelligence officials, diplomatic power players, they know things you may not about where the world is headed, and we will pull back the curtain on what they're thinking on Sources and Methods, NPR's new national security podcast. Our team will help you understand America's shifting role in the world. Listen to Sources and Methods from NPR. Sources and Methods, the crown jewels of the intelligence community. Shorthand for how do we know what's real? Who told us? If you have those answers, you're on the inside, and NPR wants to bring you there. From the Pentagon to the State Department to spy agencies, listen to understand what's really happening and what it means for you. Sources and Methods, the new national security podcast from NPR.
On How to Do Everything, we take your questions and find phenomenal experts to answer them.
Because we love you.
Elizabeth asked us, how do I exercise while I'm in my car?
And because we love Elizabeth, we rang up our favorite bodybuilder turned actor turned governor turned actor. Hello, Arnold.
Hello.
We're here to talk to you today from NPR.
Very nice.
Season 2 just dropped. Listen to How to Do Everything from NPR.
Hey, it's Rachel Martin. I'm the host of Wild Card from NPR. For a lot of my years as a radio host, silence sort of made me nervous. That pause before an answer, because you don't know what's going on the other side of the mic. But these days, I love it. Gosh.
Whoa. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Think. Listen to the Wild Card podcast only from NPR.
Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and the new puzzler. Now, I want you to pay careful attention because this is a lengthy narrative, and I can say that nothing there are no hints whatsoever embedded in this story. It's just for the sake of telling a story.
Okay.
But of course, I lie.
And nothing is relevant to the answer.
Nothing is, almost nothing.
Yeah.
Many years ago, when I was 23,
Yeah.
I was engaged in the noble profession of pedagogy.
Yeah.
In the frozen state of Vermont.
Yeah.
I was teaching science to 7th and 8th graders. That was no good. Anyway.
Who would want some McCarthy's in shorts?
Anyway, there I was one Saturday morning sitting in front of my TV watching some educational program. I think it was like Mighty Mouse.
Sesame Street.
And the phone rang, and I knew who it was. It was one of my fellow teachers who happened to live across the street, who I knew was going to ask me to help move a cast iron stove into his house.
Oh.
Because he had asked me about it the day before. He said, well, would you help? And so I tried all the usual stuff. The phone rang, and I said, hello, there's nobody home. You got it the wrong number, but it didn't work. And he explained to me that he didn't have the stove right then and there. He was going to pick it up at the factory.
Oh.
And he'd be back in a few hours.
Yeah.
And if I were available,
you could be in Canada in a few hours.
could I help? And I said, well, what about that no good brother-in-law that lives with you? Can he help? And he said, well, he won't be back until late tonight, and you're here and he's not, so you're on.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. I said, go get the stove and I'll be waiting. So I immediately got dressed and engaged in every manner of household activity, hoping
Did you hurt yourself?
hoping that I had some kind of an accident. I tried like rewiring the house, cleaning the ice off the
Spilling
roof.
hot oil. Deep frying wet stuff.
Spilling hot coffee on my lap, everything. Nothing worked. And as I waited, I noticed a wonderful thing began to happen. The snow that was falling down changed to freezing rain.
What could be better?
And I said to myself, this could be good because I can see right now he's at the factory.
Yep.
And they're loading the stove into his Volkswagen microbus. Except he's never going to be able to get up his steep driveway when he returns. And I'll be off the hook. And maybe by tomorrow, when the ice melts, his brother-in-law will be home.
Yeah.
And I'll be all set. So sure enough, there I am hiding behind the drapes as he pulls up. And I'm peeking out, and he can't get up the driveway.
Oh, what a shame.
He's slipping and sliding all over the place. Every time he lets the clutch out, the wheels just spin like crazy, even with the additional weight of that cast iron. So, and I told him, I said, we talked on the phone. I said, I would be honored to actually help you move. I mean,
cast iron, one of the best materials known to man.
I mean, what better way to solidify a friendship than to have a double hernia simultaneously?
Sure, I mean, yeah.
In any event, here he is slipping and sliding, and he gets out and throws some sand under the wheels. And I said, oh, gee, that's probably going to do it. The sand doesn't help at all.
Great.
He gets out again, slams the door, opens the engine compartment door. Remember that little door they had in the back?
Certainly.
He does something which takes about a second or two. Closes the engine compartment door. And the next thing I know, he's climbed his driveway.
Oh, no.
And he's on the phone saying, come over and help me move the stove. The question is, what did he do? That literally took a second that enabled him to get up his driveway under the same conditions that had prevented him from doing this a minute earlier. Now, if you think you know the answer, write it on the back of a $20 bill and send it to Puzzler Tower.
Yes.
Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge.
Our fair city.
Ma 02238. Or, of course, you can email us your answer from the Car Talk section of cars.com. If you'd like to call us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. And we will misinform you like we have all the other callers today. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Steve from Cape Cod.
Steve.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm from Cape Cod. I'm in California right now.
So did you move to California from Cape Cod?
I keep a residence in Cape Cod, and I'm out here for a couple months, just in Lake Tahoe.
Really?
So that's the other...
ski, I assume.
Yeah, well, I'm snowboarding. And I'm working, too. I have a small business on the Cape.
Right.
And I have a computer with me, so I do some work, and I do some other stuff, too.
So you're sort of a snow bum, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. Very good.
And I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed in the slightest bit.
Well, I don't think you should be.
Well, okay.
Everybody else is running around trying to work an extra 20 hours a day, and you're happy to be a bum.
I make just enough money to keep myself out of trouble.
God bless you.
But if I make any more money, then I get into more trouble, and then I just got to work.
You're absolutely right, and I want to thank you for calling. It's been an absolute pleasure
Well,
talking to a man of
and it was
such
nice talking to you guys,
perspicacity.
and I'll see you later. Oh, wait, I have a problem.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing. We were driving across country, and going across the plain states, you get big-time winds coming across, diagonally across the highway.
Oh, Oklahoma. Oh, that's
No, actually, well, okay. The problem really manifested itself in, I think it was Nebraska, where you get really, really high winds coming diagonally across the highway. We're driving an 88, my girlfriend's 88 Pathfinder.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if you know the makeup of the outside of a Pathfinder, but the doors have some sort of a aerodynamic deal where they come up towards the roof as opposed to, your average proven car design with gutters. But this one
right.
has no gutters. And
gutterless.
Right.
Yes.
So what happens is, on the leeward side of the car, so if the wind is blowing from the passenger side of the highway across, the driver's side door, the top of the door actually gets opened by the wind.
Does it?
To the point where snow and wind comes in the car, which can be kind of tedious when you're driving, 18, 20 hours a day.
Probably a Venturi effect.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Physics. Am I glad I took that course?
Although, wait, isn't the Venturi effect when you squeeze wind down into
No, it's
fluid down into a smaller space?
It's the vacuum which is created by the flow of a fluid.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Air being the fluid in this case.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And
as the air is flowing over that driver's door,
it's sucking the door open.
It's creating a vacuum.
Right. Okay. Well, that I understand.
Yeah.
The question is, how do I keep that from happening?
Tie a rope from one door to the other.
Across the roof.
Okay, now
No,
okay.
right inside the vehicle.
Yeah, well, across the roof and then inside the vehicle, and you're going to knot it like right over your head.
Right. So what I'd need to do then is notch the glass so that the glass came up around the road. Or perhaps use a nylon strap. Believe me, driving across country, you have plenty of time to sit here and think about all these things.
All those big states.
Trying to explain it to, say, a mechanic at a Nissan dealership, trying to replicate the problem is
Well, you're not going to
impossible.
replicate it because you need a wind tunnel. However, there may be a solution short of the rope.
Okay, now, and don't tell me to duct tape it because
No,
then
I'm not
you
going to
can't
tell you
get
to duct tape it, but the doors can be adjusted,
Yeah,
Okay.
the door may not be adjusted properly.
That's a possibility, but
Because
both
I don't
doors-
think they want this to happen.
No, I mean you can take it to a body shop and explain your problem, and they can adjust the door hinges, or if they're not adjustable, and some cars they're not, they can actually bend the door. They will bend the frame.
And I'd have to pay someone to come and bend the door frame.
Alternatively, you could try it yourself.
I could.
You could.
Or
what you do is you open the door all the way.
Oh, don't no.
You put the window down.
Oh.
You jump up and rest your feet on the sill. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, where you would rest your arm if you were driving.
And you're facing outward.
And you're facing outward.
And you
Reach up
grab.
and
Now you
grab
don't.
the
Now
top
the
of the
good
frame.
news is you don't have to be in motion when you do this. But you're going to
okay.
grab on the frame and you're going to go, and you're going to pull that frame for the window close to your chest
Yeah. And think about how much snow's going to get in the vehicle.
from the bottom. When you-
No, when there's no door there.
oh, when you break. No,
when
I
you
would
break the door
I
out.
would take it to a body shop because there's an art to this.
Oh, yes.
And I had a similar, although not as dramatic a problem with my wife's Dodge Caravan, that at high speed you would get a the whistling effect, the wind noise.
Right.
And the body shop next to us was kind enough to bend those doors.
No kidding.
And they made it worse, actually. No, and made
Right.
it almost go away.
Right. Now, the problem is, okay, presuming I did this at the body shop, I'd have to pay these guys.
And
Ah,
you
but
wouldn't know
it's
you
10
wouldn't know
minutes.
that they fixed it for 6 months.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, never. You'd
because
never know.
Until I hit the middle of the country where there's 80
that's-
mile an hour crossways.
That's
and then
why,
I'm-
Steve, you have to do it yourself. I mean,
Right.
you might want to pay them to do it and watch what they do. So whatever you pay them will be a lesson so that you will know when you're out there in Nebraska, you will know how to do it yourself.
Right, and then when I'm watching what they do and realizing how much I'm paying them, I'll be smacking myself in the head saying, I could have done that myself.
But you'll now know how to do it, and you'll be the expert, and you can flag down other cars on the middle of Nebraska and offer this service to them for a nominal fee. You might be able to pay for your gas.
It's making sense to me now. What I can do is I can make up flyers.
There you go.
I bend doors.
In high crosswind areas at truck stops saying, do you have this problem?
That wind noise driving you crazy, snow coming in, getting your pants wet.
Amazing fix.
Amazing fix. Yeah.
It's magic, and I can't show you how I do it. I have to take it around the back.
The snow's getting to you, Steve.
Well, yeah, it is. It's piling up outside the windows. I don't even know when it's morning.
Try to get a job, Steve.
No.
You got way too much time. Way too much free time.
I think you guys have a little too much free time.
Yeah, you're right.
We do.
You guys need jobs, too, I think.
Yeah, we do.
Well, maybe we can have a little support.
Well, you get one, we'll get one.
All right, well, there's a deal
It's a deal.
See you, Steve.
Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
We got a little business in Cape Cod, but I'm here in Lake Tahoe.
Yeah,
Talk
he's
about
selling
a
sunglasses in Cape Cod in the summer.
and sunglasses.
Snowboarding lessons. Oh, sunglasses at Lake Tahoe.
Same sunglasses at Lake Tahoe.
The ones he couldn't sell on the Cape, he brings them too.
Right.
Sounds like
He's out here for a couple of months.
Does he need a partner? Well, it's happened again. You've squandered another perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug, the subway fugitive, not a slave to fashion Berman. Our associate producer is Ken, the diaper slayer Rogers. Our assistant producer is Catherine Imelda Ray. Our engineer is Dennis the Menace Foley. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor is John Bugsy, Sweet Cheeks, Mr. Height, Hula Lips. Free lunch, make that 2 triple cheeseburgers, Lawler. Our customer care representative is Haywood Jabuzzoff. Our manager of Honest Car Salesman is Harry Dickulus. Our mortgage loan consultant is Nora Lenderby. And our staff chiropractor is Winston Payne. And our chief negotiator is Bernadette Bridge. Bernadette Bridge. And back by popular demand, our document security expert from the island of Jamaica is Euripides Upman, who is not related to our tailor Euripides Imenides, or to our staff bouncer Euripides I break your face, or to the proprietor of our men's clothing shop Euripides Euonides. Our chief counsel from the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe is Louis Dewey, known to the other thugs in his office as Huey Louie Dewey. Thanks so much for listening. We're Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers. Remember, above all, don't drive like my brother.
Whatever you do, don't drive like my brother.
We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
And now, here is Car Talk Plaza's very own commodities expert. Hey, Vinny Gombatz.
Thank you very much. Now, if emerging market funds ain't got enough pizzazz for you, then I suggest you invest heavily in copies of this week's Car Talk show, which is number 5. You can order them directly from the U.S. Treasury by calling 1-888-GOD-JUMP.
Vinny, that is not the number for the U.S. Treasury.
Oh, not? Well, I must have transposed a digit or something. Now, if you want to get it to Car Talk CDs, tapes, books, and all that stuff, you can also call Car Talk Treasury direct at 1-888-CAR-JUMP, or you can visit the Shameless Commerce Division at the Car Talk section of cars.com.
Vinny, you're going to land us in jail.
Well, you're going to need some tapes to listen to in jail, won't you, Vinny? Car Talk is a production of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe and WBUR in Boston.
And even though Larry Flint criticizes NPR for having such low standards when he hears us say it, this is NPR, National Public Radio.
These days, with all the information coming at you, it can be hard to know what's accurate, what's not, and what's worth your time. Here to help you navigate it all is 1A. 5 days a week, the 1A podcast provides a forum for curious minds to explore different angles on the biggest headlines and give you a more balanced take on what's happening. Listen to the 1A podcast from NPR and WAMU.
Congress is back from its summer recess with a lot on its agenda. What's all in store for lawmakers, and what does their work mean for you? Every weekday, the NPR Politics Podcast unpacks Washington's inner workings. Listen to the NPR Politics Podcast on the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time for the Emmy Awards, and we've kept up with all the nominated TV shows so you don't have to. We're recapping television's biggest night, breaking down the big wins and the moments everyone is talking about. Listen to Pop Culture Happy Hour in the NPR app or wherever you get your podcasts.